Woo! Beatdown. A simple beatdown of extra. Oh gosh, that was ugly to watch. That was ugly. What's up, guys? It is Frankie here. I don't really know what else to say. I don't really have anything else to say other than this was just ugly, start to finish. LSU just took it to Oklahoma from minute one as they win this game by a final score of 63-28. Joe Burrow, 7 touchdowns, 1 rushing touchdown. I don't know what. We knew going into this game that LSU was the better team. We knew that they were overall and better offensively and defense. But this, even I thought LSU was the better team. But this, I don't think anybody who thought LSU was the better team or thought they had a big advantage over Oklahoma, they didn't expect this. They didn't expect. And you know when I knew the game was over. You know when I think all of us felt the same way. You know when I knew the game was over. The first 3 minutes. First 3 minutes of the game. Oklahoma 3 and out. They go -6 yards. LSU 3 plays. 3 plays for LSU. All right. So the first 6 plays of the game, Oklahoma 3 and out, -6 yards. LSU the next 3 plays, 42 yards, and they end up with a touchdown to Jefferson, the first of many. And then we were off to the races from there. Oklahoma did have 1 touchdown a little bit later, so they were able to keep it close. But then after that, it was just again, Joe Burrow was able to do whatever. If you're Cincinnati, pick him now. If you're the Bengals, draft him now. There's no use to even thinking about it as of this moment. This guy is, again, so clearly the best quarterback in the country. He's the #1 guy coming out of this draft. Again, his talent, his skill, the accuracy. And again, today, again, his playmaking ability. Today, 29 for 39, 493 yards, 7 touchdowns, and then ran it in. It was unlike anything. What's up, Jake? I thought it was the game playing. Hey, what's up, Broseph? He was just all of the. He just had his way with Oklahoma. Set a bunch of college football playoff records. Although I don't know how much. Can we talk about pro football? We'll talk about pro football tomorrow. Today's a college football day. Oklahoma loses another bowl game again. Yeah, another. If you're Lincoln Riley, what is this? Your 3rd or 2nd loss in the college football playoff. You lose a lot of playoff games. You're perfect for. You're perfect for the Cowboys. I'm so sorry I didn't show up last stream. No problem, dude. By the way, we'll be back after the other game here tonight. We'll be back after Ohio State Clemson, and they're gonna have the trophy ceremony here. But we're not gonna be able to show that here on TV. They're gonna have that on the app, so we're not gonna be able to show that. They got again Clemson and Ohio State coming up in just a few minutes. My biggest takeaway again, Joe Burrow was great, and Oklahoma got nothing. They got 0 pressure on Burrow in that game. Burrow was able to a spectacular job. The biggest MVPs of the game, Burrow and Jefferson, but also the LSU offensive line, who just shut down. The Oklahoma defensive line, and they were able to do nothing. They did nothing. Burrow was able to do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. It was spectacular watching that. And I mean, to just see them in total control. Burrow able to do whatever he wanted to do in the pocket. It was quite a sight to behold. And again, we knew this going into this game. They're the best team right now. And whether it's Ohio State or Clemson, I'm taking Ohio State I'm taking LSU right now. Whoever it's going to be hard for either one of those teams to see that they're better right now than LSU. That doesn't mean they're going to win the game, but in terms of who's the better team, it's going to be hard for either Ohio State or Clemson to prove to me in this game that we're about to see that they're a better team than LSU. LSU right now, offensively and defensively, they were able to shut down Jalen Hurts, who his stats at one point he was having just at one point he was like 2 for 11 early in the game. He ended up with 15 for 31, 217 yards, 1 interception, no touchdowns. They only had 97 yards rushing. CeeDee Lamb was good for like 2 minutes, and then they got shut down. It was just ugly. And LSU is still undefeated. Yes, LSU is still undefeated. And both Clemson and Ohio State are undefeated as well. So we're going to get an undefeated championship game. I was going to say that's when was the last time that happened, but then I realized, oh yeah, that happened last year. Undefeated championship games have happened before, and we're about to get one again. So we will have a championship game between 2 undefeated teams for the 2nd year in a row. Last year it was Alabama Clemson. This year it will be LSU against either the winner of Clemson, either Clemson or Ohio State. There's not much. We can go on and on about this game, but yeah, this game was over in the first half. I should have done this live stream in the first half because after the first half there was nothing really else to talk about. After the first half, this game was. Tre'Davious White was from LSU, yes, and he's very happy tonight. And by the way, of course, we should take a minute. The awful plane crash that happened earlier today that involved. I should have had her name up here. I apologize, but 5 people died there, including I don't have her name, but the daughter-in-law of the offensive coordinator of LSU, which is just awful. I'll pull it up now, but that happened before the game, and because I do want to pay respects to them. I mean, and that's just awful. A plane crash. It's just. I was scared of planes for a long, long time in my life, and this is why. Carly McCord, the daughter-in-law of Steve Ensinger, and you know, how about that? I mean, after he loses his daughter-in-law, and I mean, I give so much credit to him to be able to put that aside for just a minute. I mean, obviously it's his main focus now, but to be able to put that aside for 3 hours and put on that kind of performance. I mean, I don't know. I'm just amazed at what he was able to do today. And again, our thoughts and prayers with the LSU family today. That is just horrific. And of course the 5 people that died there. So that was awful. Who are you rooting for in this game? I was rooting for a good game. I didn't get that. Yeah, plane crash. The plane crash. They announced it it was announced a few hours before the game, but they were showing it on the pregame show. So yeah, but yeah, that was. It was, oh gosh. But yeah, I was rooting for a good game. I wanted a really good, exciting, fun game, and I didn't get that. Didn't get that at all. Just got a complete and utter blowout here from LSU. And I thought LSU was the better team, but I thought Oklahoma might be able to hang in there. But no. From minute 1, Oklahoma looked completely outmatched. The first play of the game, I think Oklahoma got sacked. But Hurts was able to do almost nothing there, except for that one drive where they scored the touchdown. And by the way, another thing, and my other big takeaway from this game, again, LSU's Joe Burrow was great. Oklahoma looked outmatched. They got no pressure on Burrow. This is probably the best argument for there being no 18 playoff. I've kind of been I haven't really cared either way about an 18 playoff, but this is, I think, the best argument for there not to be an 18 playoff. This is probably, without a doubt, the best argument. I mean, what would the number 8 team in the country look like? What would that be? How about that? We can barely get 4 teams that are playoff contenders now. I mean, you think we can get 8? So I think this is the best argument that you're more likely to die in a car accident just a plane to get more news coverage because planes are planes. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, neither one. Man, maybe I just feel like I'm more likely to survive a car crash than a plane crash. Like if either one happens, I think I'm more likely to survive the car crash. But either one, gosh, this is why I like walking. This is why I like walking because I feel like if you're walking, you know, you're so, oh gosh, it's just awful. It's just awful. I might sometimes I just feel like SpongeBob in that in the episode after when he's in his house and he's got the 3, he's got the chip, the penny, and the used napkin. He's just staying in seclusion so that he wouldn't get hurt again. That's sometimes I feel like that. Just like I don't want to go to the outside world. There's too much danger outside. I'm just gonna stay in. And yeah, that's my feeling right now. But yeah, again, our prayers and are with the fan. It's just awful. But yeah, the game for the game set again. This was again beat down early on. Joe Burrow put on one of the great performances you'll ever see in any game. And he earned that Heisman Trophy. We knew that he was the Heisman Trophy winner. He earned it even more after this performance. And for us, you can't walk to another state. That is fair. This is fair. What about a bus crash? Because I feel like if you if it's like a school bus, you just like because when on the school buses I went to, like there were like these huge seat covers in front of you and behind you. So I feel like if I just got hit, I would just run into that. I feel like it would push my car. I really don't like planes. This is why I usually prefer a car ride or a turn ride. Yeah, it's just I know that's not the main takeaway of what happened here, but it's just personally when I heard that I was just like, and it was a private plane. If it's a public plane, it's like okay, that's awful. It's a private plane. Those are supposed to be like much, you know, those are for the top. And the fact that even then you're not safe, it's just, you know. Again, I know that's not the main takeaway from this story. It was just one of the things I was thinking about. So, but yeah, it's just awful. Again, overall, LSU showed they're the number 1 team in the country. For Oklahoma, they had a great year, but this is going to leave a sour taste in everybody's mouth. I mean, look, what's his name? I'm sorry. What Lincoln Riley was able to do with Jalen Hurts, what Jalen Hurts was able to do this year is remarkable on itself. I mean, we thought Jalen Hurts was just he's just any other average quarterback. He's not that good. And then and Lincoln Riley was able to take him into something special and made him a Heisman contender there for a while. But in the end, for Oklahoma, again, this leaves a bitter taste in your mouth. And we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm assuming that Buses get right away, so less crashes. Okay, I don't know what's gonna happen. I'm assuming he's gonna stay at Oklahoma, but I can't. At this point, who knows on that front. And but what if the Cowboys come offering him? What if the Cowboys come and say, hey, we'll give you this if they fire Garrett, which I think they will. He's not gonna get the Falcons job. What is Atlanta doing, by the way? That's the thing. Falcons, you're gonna keep Quinn? Why? You've gone backwards in the last 2-3 years. You keep this guy? I don't get that. But he's been the number one probably coaching candidate right now in college. Like, he's the dream guy. This sensational offensive talent. Man, getting blown out, not a good way to end the season for them. No, it's an awful way to end the season for them. Again, they had a good season. The way they were able to come back against Baylor twice. Fire Garrett. Again, we think that's probably gonna happen. But for now, it's just gosh, it was just an unbelievable loss there for Oklahoma. Again, I think Garrett's gonna get fired, but I'm not 100% sure. I think I'm leaning towards yes. It depends on what happens tomorrow. But Riley's always been talked about, and I think this is a very good chance here he gets fired. I think with the good chance that there is of Garrett being fired, he's going to be named. Jerry Jones, of course, Oklahoma ties. What is Jerry? Is like a Riley, going to want to look at? That's what's up, Ness. That's a very attractive job. That's the Dallas Cowboys head coaching job. It's one of the most prestigious jobs in sports, despite how bad the Cowboys have been for the most part of the last 30 years. When the last one Super Bowl? 95. Okay, 25 years. 20 years. 24. Yeah. For the most part of the last 25 years, Dallas has been bad. So I'm curious what's Riley going to do. Again, I'm assuming I think he's going to stay there, but who knows what Jerry Jones will offer. But again, the story of this game is LSU, again, not the best team far and away right now in the nation. And they should be the favorites, whoever they play, in 2 weeks. But this was ugly. This was done from the beginning. For 3 minutes in, you knew this game was over. 3 minutes in, you knew Oklahoma had no shot. 3 minutes in, you knew that Joe Burrow was just going to do whatever he wanted, whenever he wanted. 8 touchdowns total. 7 passing, 1 rushing. The man's insane. And considering, what is he, a senior now? It was like, who thought this was going to happen? Who on earth thought that this was going to happen at the beginning of the year? They were like, all right, LSU probably good, but no one knew about Burrow. And he came out of absolute nowhere to shock us all. Tomorrow's the end of the season. Yes, tomorrow will be the end of the season. So congrats to LSU on this win. And now we get Ohio State and Clemson here. We're gonna be on this for like 6-7 more minutes, and then we're gonna get going. But why my team got to lose like that? That's embarrassing. Sorry about that, man. Sorry about that. I have nothing against Oklahoma. Nothing against them at all. But that was bad. That was bad. And again, you had a good year. The comeback against Baylor is probably gonna be the highlight. Both wins against Baylor were great. But it's just gonna be that's about as bad of a way as you can end the season. Again, LSU was better. I don't know what else to tell you. LSU was just a better overall team. Especially right now on offense. And again, Oklahoma got no pressure on defense, and it was just ugly from minute one. Ugly, and LSU wins it. I don't really know. I don't know what else to say. Again, I don't think that Oklahoma's a bad team per se. They're obviously very good. Because I read one of my comments right now on my because I uploaded the highlights of LSU Oklahoma, and somebody's putting out there, Jalen Hurts and Lincoln Riley are overrated. I don't think that at all. You don't get to this point and you're overrated. They just ran into the best team in the nation. They just ran into the best team in all of college football. Also, Ohio State blew a 23-point last week where I live. Ugh. Gosh. So, but now we get to see. Hopefully for Ohio State they won't lose like this for their sake. But I don't have really any rooting interest in this game. I don't care who wins this game. I just want a good game. The last game stunk. When was the last good college football playoff semifinal game? I'm trying to think, because the last good one I think we had was Georgia-Oklahoma. That was the last good one. The last two last year weren't very good, or they weren't very exciting. And then this one was bad. I mean, this is one of the most exciting days of the year. The college football playoff semifinal day. Everybody looks forward to this. This is the day that we all talk about, all get ready for, and nothing so far. Because LSU was just so far away the better team. So what's going to happen here in Ohio State Clemson? It should be Field versus Lawrence. Dabo going for 3 titles. Which how many coaches have won 3 titles? I mean, again, it's like there's probably like 10 ever that have done it. That have won 3. I mean, Saban, Bierman, Leahy, Bryant, McKay, Camp, Roper, Jones, Houghton, Rockney, Wilbertson, Osborne, Meyer. I have it written down. So, yeah, there's a lot of, and Dabo now is 2 wins away from getting to 3, but just crazy. So, Joe Burrow's trending right now. Oklahoma's trending right now. And again, we got about 5 more minutes here to go. I love that Joe Burrow's Twitter account, that his background is SpongeBob and Patrick doing the Dirty Dan. I'm Daddy Dan. No, I'm Dirty Dan. I love that. Again, that's his official Twitter account. So, I'm glad that he's. Atlanta police have arrested Joe Burrow and charged him with murdering 11 men from Oklahoma. Yeah, that's about it. So, sorry again to the Oklahoma fan in the comment section. Ness, Alabama, and Auburn. Alabama and Auburn. Oh, we talking about college football semifinal games? I don't think that was a college football semifinal game. That was a. I don't think either one of those. I mean, those were great games. And the game we had earlier this year, that was great. I'm talking about the last great college football playoff semifinal game. I think it was Georgia and Oklahoma a few years ago. Alabama-Auburn wasn't the semifinal game, even though that game was great earlier this year. 29 for 39, 493 yards, 8 total touchdowns. And now we're going to be asking, and by the way, also, Joe Burrow is now how many touchdowns away? Joe Burrow is 4 touchdowns away from breaking the all-time single-season passing touchdown record. The record is Colt Brennan with 58 for Hawaii in 2006. That's so weird why that's the case. But yeah, if he gets 4 touchdowns, he will break the all-time record for, again, most passing touchdowns in a single season. And he could very easily do it. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me at all if he gets 4 against whoever. Again, 4 against anybody. He's so much better than, again, they're just so much better than everybody right now. It's tied, by the way, for the most ever in a bowl game with 7 touchdowns. And I mean, again, that's going to be up there for. It's going to be up there for greatest college football performances of all time, best quarterbacking performances of all time. It's pretty insane. Hey, I changed my profile pic. Oh, that's cool, Gabriel. So that's cool. Again, we got about 2.5 minutes. Wow. Fields has 40 touchdowns, 1 interception. That's insane. That is absolutely insane. The numbers these guys put up with in college football are great. That's why I love it. Again, I just love the way the game's played, the differences of it. It's fun, and I'm excited to see what happens here coming up. So we got about a minute and a half left. So by the way, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, sorry about that. I'm fighting a throat thing. Funny thing. Yesterday I was sick. I was like dead on. I was like, oh gosh, I had cramps everywhere. My throat was killing me. I thought I wasn't gonna be able to do this today. And then the day went on and I was good. Guys, I'm moving to Texas next week. Family trip. Oh, you're moving to Texas? Well, good for you. You're moving. Family trip. So either you're taking a trip to Texas or you're moving there permanently. Whatever happens, I wish you all the best, Gabriel. But yeah, I do want to say, if you're new to this channel and you like what you see, make sure you subscribe down there below for more content like this. And we'll be back after the Ohio State Clemson game. We'll be back to recap that. And that'll probably be longer. This can only be 20 minutes since the game's going to start here any minute now. So yeah, we'll be back after that game. And we will have a live reaction to the, what is it? We'll have a live reaction to, we'll have the highlights to the Ohio State Clemson game after that game is over. So yeah, right here on the channel, I posted the highlights to LSU Oklahoma. So go check that out here on my channel. Or LSU Oklahoma, whatever I said. Final thoughts: blowout, just utter blowout, beatdown, smackdown, just woo. About as ugly as we've ever seen in college football. Also, my pet dog died. Oh, I'm sorry, Gabriel. Sorry about that, man. Wish you all the best, and hope you're doing all right. But yeah, final thoughts. Again, this was an utter beatdown. And LSU, again, showed they're the number 1 team in the country. Oklahoma, sorry about that, but yeah, no pressure on Burrow today. And they're just better. LSU's offense and defense, they were just able to, they're so much better than Oklahoma. And today we saw total proof of that. All right, that's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll be back after Ohio State Clemson, so come back then. Congrats to Oklahoma, and our thoughts and prayers are with their families tonight. Good night. God bless. See you after Ohio State Clemson.